All right, here we are, and we are moving on after your experiment in lesson 1 with the aluminum boats and the pennies. If you were absent, maybe you did the alternate activity with paper airplanes, but this is where we are at now, okay? Uh, this is lesson number 2, and so what we need to do before we can just dive in and start programming, we need to learn how to think like a programmer, and we need to understand how computers work. So these first couple of lessons, we're going to really focus on problem solving and how programmers think. And then we'll get into how do apps and computers work. So today we're going to focus on something called the problem solving process. Here's what you need to do. So this is really the first time that we're going to use our notebooks, or we refer to them as journals. So up in the front of the room, there should be a tub for your class. So you can pause the video, get that tub out, get everybody with their notebook/journal and get something to write with. If you do not have one, there are some extra notebooks for you to use, and then be sure to leave them here. All right, so pause the video until everyone's settled. Alrighty, here we go. So we're going to focus today on problems. And what I want you to do is in your journal, open up to the first page and put this header across the top. Okay, problems. We use that term, as you can see up here, we use that term problems to kind of focus on a whole wide variety of things. In fact, in math, I think this is all you do is work on solving problems. All right. But in our case, we're going to think about other kinds of problems or things that we run into. All right. So here's what you're going to do with your list. Okay. We're going to brainstorm a list. You're going to work individually first and give you like 3-4 minutes to see what you can come up with. All right. Just with people around you at your table. All right. So making a list of problems. First, let's get your brain going and start thinking about things at school. Okay. For example, do you have trouble being a procrastinator? Meaning, do you wait till the last minute to all of a sudden, boop, 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 get all your projects done? That might be a problem you have. One, how about organization? Do you have like a trapper keeper or a bag and you just shove everything in there and then it's just a disaster? Okay. Me, because of my attention problem, I start things and then I start something else and I just never do a good job of making sure I get everything finished in a timely manner. Might be something like that. Or think about things at school that maybe aren't necessarily a problem, but you would like to improve on and make better. So maybe that's things like lunch in the cafeteria, 7th grade recess, something like that. Okay. So start with school ideas, then transition into, all right, what about at home? Do you have a sibling that's always coming in your room and taking stuff? Do you have a new puppy at home that's chewing up everybody's shoes? Or a dog that barks at every single thing that happens? Okay, whatever that may be. And then if you're still kind of stuck, maybe think about Hastings. And do you think we should have something for students or kids to do? We just don't have enough. Could it be you want to have like a skate park, or do you want some kind of rec center, or I don't know, whatever it might be. All right. I want you to take a few minutes, brainstorm as much as you can, and wait for instructions on the next part. Okay. So pause the video and go to it. All right. Hopefully you were able to come up with some things. And now I'll kind of talk through this and again, pause and do this activity. So this is what I call go-go, meaning give one, get one. So what you are going to do is take your notebook and something to write with, and you are going to, when it's the signal is given, you're going to stand up, push in your chair, and you cannot talk with anyone at your table. You have to go and talk to somebody else and give them one idea off of your list of a type of problem. Then they give you one and write it down and add it onto your list. Then go find another person. Okay, move on to a new partner and repeat the process. And you have to get at least 4 ideas from 4 different people. All right, on your mark, get set, go, and then come back when it's ready to move on. Okay, now this is basically our learning target for today. Okay, we have all kinds of different problems that we work with, and we need to find a way to deal with them. We need to kind of have this process that we can use to tackle them so we can solve them. So, what I'm going to have the substitute do is this next video is one with a young man named Ryan who developed this company called Zipline. And he talks about what their plan, what their idea was, and the process they went through to get their company off the ground and being successful. So you'll end this video, go to this next one, and learn about Ryan and Zipline.